What's poppin', everybody? This is SavePro4, and I'm here to show you guys a cool brand new deck profile for the expanded format revolving around the Galarian Sirfetch'd from Vivid Voltage. So this Pokemon is a fighting V. It's got some typical stuff you'd expect, being weak to Psychic as a fighting Pokemon. 210 HP is alright, I guess. There's other Pokemon, of course, that can have 220 and 230, but there's ones worse than him too. To retreat, kind of decent, not great, but it has the Resolute Spear ability, which basically, when this guy moves from the bench to the active spot, you may move any amount of fighting energy from your other Pokemon to it. So we've seen this sort of effect before with the Tapu Koko GX, Articuno GX, even Heatran GX that I have right here, and maybe some other Pokemon in the past. It's this sort of effect that lets you surprise power up a Pokemon and then they can attack. But in our deck, we're just gonna try and use this sort of ability to power this guy up instantly, and it's gonna be the main attacker. With the Meteor Smash, you can do 200 damage for 3 energy, and then during your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. So it's essentially a much inferior version for Zacian's V's attack. I guess you don't need 3 fighting energies, the other one can be colorless, but I mean, still inferior. However, with this sort of tactic, with this sort of ability, what we can use with this guy is this Team Magma's Camerupt, a card you don't see almost never, but I sort of like it. I like the Team Magma cards. I wish they made them better when they released them. But with Burning Draft, we can grab fire or fighting energies from the discard pile, attach them to this guy. So it's kind of like an electric, but you can't attach it anywhere. But with this guy's ability, we can instantly just grab all the fighting energies on the Camerupts, put him on the Galarian Sirfetch'd, and then he's ready to attack. With Keldeo EX that I usually have in this sort of a deck, we can easily switch around and essentially make this combo every turn if our opponent doesn't kill this guy or sort of disrupt us a lot. So this is basically the plan. Now, I guess it's fair to mention that a better Pokemon that you can use is the Necanatal from Lost Thunder. Does the same thing as this guy, but it has better stats, a better attack, I suppose, better retreat, and can grab any energies, not just fire and fighting. But I don't have enough Nacanatals, I only have 2. And I like this guy. This is gonna be a sort of a firefighting, cool, sort of a stylish Team Magma-esque deck, you could say. So it's gonna be nice. That's why I decided to use it. Plus, we can also use like the Team Magma Ball to get the Nummels, which I'm going to show you guys soon. So there's a little bit of I guess, some stuff that it doesn't outclass. It doesn't get outclassed by Nakaneta completely. But it's fair to mention that. So this is basically going to be the plan. I've got the main attacker here, Galarian Sirfetch'd, managed to get this guy, 3 of these. I've got the Heatran GX, the same thing. This guy's going to do it for fire energies. We have a few fire energies too. So against the metal Pokemon, I can use this guy, and if it has 260 HP or less, then we can get a one-hit knockout with Steam and Stomp. Even use the GX attack and do 200 or more damage. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Burning Road does this for fire energies. Good card. Also managed to finally get it. I wish I had some other sort of attackers and other Pokemon to utilize in this deck, but this is really all we got, all we can really utilize. I've got some support Pokemon. I got the 1 Snorlax and the 1 Jirachi. There's no Dedenne GX or Tapu Lele GX. Maybe I would like to include like either Tapu Lele or Dedenne and then drop one of these guys, but these guys are regular Pokemon. They have less risk. Plus, since I can switch around easily in this deck if we get Keldeo and you know, the switches and the floatstones and stuff, it's not really impossible to either open with these guys or just make sure they get in the active position and I can use their abilities to draw cards, add cards. So I decided to just use them for a change, I guess. I mean, too many GXs and Vs can be liabilities. I mean, everything is a liability right now with Arceus, but it is what it is. So with Gormandai, since we're not going to attack in the beginning anyway, as we're going to set up, it's going to serve us well. Draw until you have 7. Amazing sort of drawing effect. And then Jirachi just lets you grab 1 card. 1 trainer, I guess. And we can continue playing though, so it has that sort of utility. Okay, now for the Camerupt line, or the Naganeta line if you run them, there's 3 of these guys, and then 3 of the Team Magma's Numel. It's the only choice we have, but it's a decent enough Pokemon, 70 HP basic. And this is gonna be our regular Pokemon too, so I guess if we play against Decided this guy will hit it for weakness. They can't get the 1-hit KO on it with 110 HP. And, you know, we do 120, we can conserve an energy. It's going to give him trouble. It doesn't get the 1-hit KO, but it's going to give him trouble. And it's our way to fight back, you could say. I got the 1 Keldeo 2 for the rush in. You can swap this for a, what is it called? Like the Dawnwings, the Crossma GX. But I like to have this guy around just in case my opponent plays Booker to heal, then I can use their stadium and search this. I mean, you could say the same for Ultra Space and Dawnwings that cross Magix, but just water decks are more general than Ultra Beast decks. So yeah. Other than that, the guy just has 10 more HP and a fighting resistance, but it's got a bad weakness to darkness. This guy is weak to grass. Maybe it's better, I guess. I don't know. I just thought to use Keldeo EX. As an EX, it's different than GX and V2, so maybe that's going to help. Now, for the trainers, the ace pick of choice is going to be Computer Search. This is an amazing card, and it's going to be a discard outlet. We want to discard a lot of our energies, of course, too, and grab them back with these guys. So that's why I'm going to have a lot of discard outlets. So Computer Search, the biggest one. We have some balls to search our Pokemon. Got the triple Nest Ball. 1 heavy ball. This can get the Camerupt basically, but it can also get Heat Fan, so that's nice. And it can even get Snorlax too. So enough different Pokemon that it can search us out. And I do the 2 Evolution Incense as well. Help me get Camerupts, of course. That's it. And I guess if we don't need it later on, we can discard it. We have plenty of ways to discard. So that's that. I have the 1 Ultra Ball as my sort of general grab whatever, discard a whopping 2 cards. So can't be handy, at least 1 having it around. And I've got the 1 cool Team Magma's Great Ball, of course. So this is going to be a +1. It lets us basically get Team Magma's Numel, and that's it. I can't get this guy, unfortunately. But it also lets me get a basic fighting energy too. So it's a +1. I really like this sort of a +1, you know, double search cards like Letter and this. It just gives us that extra card and we can just discard it, do something with it. Searching an energy is always nice. So 1 of this too, why not? Using some Team Magma stuff. Okay. Got the 1 Professor's Letter too to get general 2 energies, fire and fighting. And basically that's it for the major searching cards, I guess. The other stuff is going to be more generic, like the Trainer's Mail. You gotta run that. You gotta run our 1 Field Blower and 1... Where is it? I can't find you. Megaphone, there it is. I switched back to Megaphone and the Field Blower. I got a lot of counter stadiums, so I'm not too bothered with having the second Field Blower, so I decided to just bring back the old Megaphone. I really like this sort of chance to discard 3 or more tools from my opponent's field when they just overextend and they don't care. Punish them for that. So this is why this card is in here, but you can do double Field Blower if you want. Got these switching cards, double switch, very necessary, and double float stone for our Keldeo, and switching outlets to do our combos. You gotta switch around to get these guys' abilities. And the 1 Super Rod recovery, you can do Stretcher or you can do Ordinary Rod, but this is just, I prefer it. It gives me the chance to get like either two Pokemon and energy, triple 3 Pokemon, 3 energies. We're not going to recycle energies in this deck, but gives me the chance to get 3 Pokemon, and you never know, maybe I will want to get an energy too. Ordinary Rod, it has its perks versus Super Rod too, but in ways Super Rod is also, it has its perks against it. I don't know how to explain it. So I'm going old school with this, but we can do either one you want, even Rescue Stretcher. It's not like we're gonna really want to recover energies in this deck, so perhaps Rescue Stretcher is the most superior option of them all, but I decided to go with Super Rod. Right. And I believe that's about it. The last two item cards is going to be the one muscle band I can spare for a offensive tool, and in this case we're going to do the muscle band. This makes this guy do 220, and that's a bit more respectable. Really, we're not going to be getting one-hit knockouts in this deck too often. And I thought about having like Diancie in, but that's just going to waste space. This is the only fighting Pokemon too, even if it's the main attacker. Nobody else can really utilize it. So I decided against it, but you can try it out if you want. And we're just going to have to hope we're fast enough and overwhelm the opponent with speedy 200 attacks and get the job done that way. Now, I did manage to get one of these enhanced hammers, the golden one, so I say, fuck it. Let me just put this in the deck just to have it. I mean, I've used enhanced hammer recently in other decks too, you guys have seen. It's a very important card in Expanded with all the double dragon energies and all the bullshit Arceus and other special energy cards. It's not going to save us, but it might help. It might prove useful if we see it at the right time. It's great against Ultra Necrozma. It's going to annoy them. So that's why I have it in. Nice. And basically, that's it. Now we're down to the supporters. The stadium is going to be this Scorched Earth. 3 of them, actually. Great discard outlet for fire and fighting energies. And it's a counter stadium, too. I'm really going to rely on it. So 3 of them should be good. Supporters got the triple Juniper. Draw 7, discard your hand. Great. Even got the Roller Skater for a sort of straight draw. And discard outlet for energies. It's very good, letting you draw 4 cards. I got the 1N, 2 Cynthia, and Chorus in Expanded. Good supporters with our usual Skyla 2. And I decided to just, instead of using like an additional Cynthia or even Erica, gonna go with my new Charon, Full Art Charon. Draw a straight 3, this cool guy right here. Sometimes you have a bunch of cards, you don't want to shuffle them in, like use Cynthia or something, and maybe just drawing a few cards is good. Works great in conjunction with stuff like Scorched Earth, you know, Letter and Team Magma Spell, which sort of thin the deck faster, letting you grab a bunch of cards. You know, this. So, just one Charon, it's good. Sometimes in the late game, when you have a few cards, you don't really want to get close to decking out, and you just want to draw a few. You're going to see what you need. This guy. So one of them, I like it, but you can drop it for something else. And then the last supporter is going to be Boss's Orders to win us some games, pull at the right time. Great card, of course. And last thing, energies. It's basically 4 fire energies for the Heat Fan, and then the rest, 7 fighting energies. So we can be kind of flexible. It's not like this guy needs 3 fighting, or this guy, or this guy. So I had 3 fire, but I decided to just go with 4. This way we can sort of, if we can get 4 on this guy, which is not impossible, you can definitely do it if you set up your discard pile right. Then he can do 200 for weakness, that's 400. We can KO any sort of metal VMAX or Tag Team GX weak to fire. So that's basically the point. If you just have 3, you're doing 300, and that's not always going to be enough. So, yeah, that's basically the plan. This guy can use it too with Flame Ball, so it's all good. And basically that's it. 4 and 7 should be good enough. And I guess if we play against opposing decks that use Heat Factory, I can sort of use that shit too and discard this to draw cards. Okay, now this is basically the deck, guys. It's quite cool. Don't think you're just gonna go to Expanded and wreck every Expanded deck out there. It is mostly for fun. Of course, it is sort of similar to like Ray Eels and Malamar decks. It's energy acceleration from the discard pile, and then you try and launch powerful attacks. Similar in that sense. Hopefully in the future we get some other stuff that can improve it. Maybe like a Galarian Sirfetch'd VMAX or something. And it's a cool deck. I wanted to try it out. I thought about it as soon as we got this guy in Vivid Voltage. But I didn't have them to make the deck. but gonna do it now and show you guys some matches with it. So hope you guys look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel for all sorts of Pokemon TCG and other sort of videos. Leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the matches. Was I?